Am I the jerk for subletting my apartment to my sister after my landlord said no? I'm 26, and I've rented the same one-bedroom on the third floor of a converted brownstone for almost 3 years. My landlord, Mr. Petrakis, lives in the ground floor unit, and until this spring we got along fine. I paid on time, I kept the noise down, and once a month I'd carry his groceries up the stoop when I saw him struggling with the bags. So when my little sister, Nadia, got into a nursing program 40 minutes away and couldn't afford student housing, I thought asking him would be a formality. I caught him by the mailboxes and explained the whole thing. Nadia would stay in my apartment for the summer, 3 months, sleeping on a pull-out couch, while I crashed at my boyfriend's place across town. I offered to pay an extra $50 a month for the added wear. He didn't even let me finish. He crossed his arms and said, "No subletters, no long-term guests, it's in your lease." Then he walked back inside and shut his door. I went home and actually read my lease, expecting to find some ironclad clause. What I found was a line saying guests staying longer than 14 consecutive days require written landlord approval. That's it. Nothing about a total ban, nothing about family. I texted him a photo of the exact paragraph and asked, politely, whether we could work something out since Nadia is family, not a stranger off the internet. He replied with one word, "No." Here's where I might be the jerk. I let Nadia move in anyway. My reasoning was that she's my sister, not a tenant. I wasn't collecting rent from her. I wasn't handing over keys to a stranger. I was letting my own family sleep on my couch while I was mostly gone, which felt like something any normal person would do. I told her to keep to herself, use headphones, take the trash out on Tuesdays, and generally be invisible. For 5 weeks, it worked. She was so quiet Mr. Petrakis probably thought the unit was empty. Then she left a pot of lentils simmering, fell asleep after a 14-hour clinical shift, and set off the smoke detector at 11 at night. Mr. Petrakis came up the stairs in his robe, and there was my sister in pajamas she clearly hadn't packed for a 2-week visit, standing in a kitchen full of her own mugs and textbooks, and a laundry rack of scrubs. He knew instantly. The next morning he slid a letter under my door accusing me of violating the lease, threatening eviction, and demanding Nadia be gone within 72 hours. My mom, when I called her, was split. She said I should have respected his answer the first time, that it's his building and his rules, and that I'd put Nadia in the middle of a fight that wasn't hers. My dad, on the other hand, said a landlord has no business telling a grown woman she can't let her own sister sleep over, and that Mr. Petrakis was on a power trip. My boyfriend thinks I should have just never asked in the first place, because asking a question you're going to ignore the answer to is how you turn a quiet arrangement into a war. And honestly, that stung, because he's a little bit right. If I'd never mentioned it, Nadia would have stayed invisible and none of this would have happened. By asking and then doing it anyway, I basically dared the man to catch me. Now Nadia is mortified, apologizing constantly, and offering to drop out and move back home 3 hours away, which is the one outcome I absolutely refuse to let happen over a pot of lentils. I've offered Mr. Petrakis the extra money again, offered to sign an amended guest agreement, offered to have Nadia meet him so he sees she's a responsible adult and not a party animal. He hasn't answered. My lease is up in October, and I'm now genuinely worried he won't renew me over this. My friends are divided right down the middle. Half say I broke a clear rule and I'm reaping what I sowed. The other half say no reasonable landlord bans your own sister from crashing on your couch, and that he's the unreasonable one, so I have to ask. Am I the jerk, or was he the one being impossible?